Good evening. It's Wednesday night. Welcome back to Fox's Best Laid Plans. I'm your host, Fox. Welcome back to another weekly vlog. I'm a 5-head. I have my headband on like that. Hey, I'm just here hanging out in my sink in the kitchen, and I wanted to show you, if you're curious, what I drink after a run, after a workout of any kind, but especially after a run, because guess what? We're just 2.5 days away from my goal race. Yeah, we are. Right, so okay, I'm gonna show you what I drink for good recovery, right? For theoretical good recovery. So this is Cherry Bundy. It is tart cherry juice. It comes in little tiny containers that are very expensive, or you can get this big mama container and you can use it for a long time, and it's like $5. And it boosts immunity, improves sleep, reduces soreness, recovers faster, no sugar added, and great taste. All of those things are true, except for maybe improved sleep. I don't know. But I swear by these. They're really good for recovery. They taste really good too. It's very delicious and refreshing. Okay, so then we have these two items, which are my amino acids. And then this is a collagen supplement. This stuff doesn't taste bad at all. It's fruit punch flavor. This is unflavored, so you just put these two together in the same container and you put ice in it because it tastes way fucking better when you have ice in it. So we do 4 ounces of this. You can do a serving of this is 8 ounces. I always do 4 ounces because it is like tart and strong. And then I do these dudes, a scoop of each with water and ice, shake it up real good and drink it. And that is what I do after my run for recovery. That's the first thing I do. Good evening, it's Thursday night. We are trying to go to Yacht Rock night, and I don't know what the fuck is going on, but there's a lot of sirens. We can drive around looking for parking. It's not looking real good. We'll see how this story ends. Good morning. Is there something that you would like? Is it a walnut? Do you want some walnuts? Okay, let's get you brekkie, okay? You hungry? My sweet baby. He's so cute. He's getting so brave. I love it. It's 1:45. We're leaving here in a little over 2 hours. This is where I am. This is not a good situation. I have a packing list. I was trying to dry my hair so I could look cute at dinner tonight, and it was really, really hard because it's humid as fuck in our bathroom for some reason, and I just came out of the float tank, so I used their shampoo, which is not my shampoo. It's a big mess. But anyway, I'm going to gather the things that are on the list. I'm going to put the things in the box and get my suitcase and put the other things in the suitcase. I got this. We made it. It took us for fucking ever to get here. There is a canal. The canal's open. It's not just a clever name. So I'm going to pack a pickup. Here we go. I'm gonna fall off this thing. Are you ready for our home for the next 2 days? Well, kind of. I'm not gonna be here that much, but look how cute this kitchen is. I'm fucking in love with this refrigerator. Look who it is. It's Layla Grace. So I love this fridge. I have to figure out how to turn the lights on in here. But this is the cute little living room. And then there's 2 bedrooms. This one over here and the one that Layla is in right now. I'm gonna get her packing place set up right here. So pretty nice. Here's a jiggle girl. So this is where we will be calling home base until Sunday morning. It's 3:30 in the morning. It is race day. I don't want to do this, but it's time to do this. Here we go. It's 5 a.m. We are at our site for the day. Baby's in her pack and play. She's all set up. I'm starting to get it set up here. There's our situation. Husband went to go get us some food because I was not able to eat this morning, and I think I'm able to eat now that I'm here. So it's time to get really ready. Really ready. First in-person race since Wood Splitter. So last race was an ultra, this race is an ultra. Let's do this. Okay, coming in for the second time. Let's see if there's a cute little nugget in her pen there. Is there a Layla Grace? Is there a Layla Grace? There she is. Hi. Hello. How are you doing, huh? What are you doing? Oh, you can put your paws up, sweetie. Good girl. Good girl. I love you. I missed you. Hi. Hello, babies. This is about how fast I want to go for the rest of the race, so we're set. Cool, we'll just go with you, okay? Hi, cutie. Checking in, we are at mile 15. Thank you. Stopping to get some water. We're gonna hit the actual aid station here and get a real snack. Now it's the time when you start eating real food. GC Cola. Oh, it's kind of flat and I don't even care.
Yeah, I know, same. It's actually probably better for me because
Definitely gonna get a little chunky chunk of watermelon.
it's really good. Nutella.
All kinds of goodies. There's popsicles down here as well if you need a popsicle.
Oh, maybe not this round, but definitely soon.
There's donuts now. I was going to say, there's donuts.
I'm gonna get me
We
some.
got to finish up those donuts.
Donut. Good evening. No, afternoon. No, it's still morning somehow. It's almost afternoon. We are at mile 21 and a quarter. So we're about a third of the way through. Changed into my fat feet shoes, which was a good decision. We did a little stretchy. I'm adjusting some band-aids. I'm chatting here. Stopping for bathroom break. Some lady we don't know gave us these tiaras. So there's a lot of tiaras around today, so there's a lot of royalty at this race. But so far so good. It's getting really hot, but there is a beautiful and wonderful breeze, and that is really, really helping. So we got this. Just have to do what we just did already 2 more times. Yeah, we did it 1 time. We have to do it 2 more times. We got this. Easy, right? I had some pizza, and I had, word of warning if you haven't had the guacamole yet, the guacamole's spicy. So just maybe don't have the guacamole unless you're ready for it. I had a donut, I had a Pop-Tart. It's pretty good. Only bad thing are the boobs. The boobs are, we're on 3rd line tape job here and it's not going so well. So the boobs may prove to be a more serious problem soon. Checking in again, about to come in for about 30 miles, so 1 mile away from halfway. I think I'm going to stop at the medical tent and see if they can fix them. Oh, you can see it chafing there. I sprayed it twice at least already, but it's not working. I am super sweaty. It is very, very hot. The good thing is it's not super humid and there is a nice breeze. The breeze is like amazing. So I'm gonna see if maybe there's something they could do. I have a few other spots of chafing. Those are like more manageable. This one is the one that's really bothering me. I think I'm gonna go out for lap, this was 6? Yeah, so lap 7. I think I'm just gonna plan on walking that whole lap and see how I feel. The muscles are feeling good, it's just my skin falling off. Y'all, it's really rough. Hold on. It's getting really rough out here. My body is starting to feel quite mad at me. I think this is the wall. Is 38 miles the wall during an ultra? We'll see. So this is the 2.5 mile turnaround point. So 2.5 miles back to camp. And I'm gonna go hit the medics again and see if they can, this needs to be rebandaged again, retreated, and starting to blister on the balls of my feet. So I'm gonna see if they can treat that. I think I have the groin situation manageable. It's not good. It's not good. But it's, basically I have found a pace and a cadence to walk that it's not irritating it or making it worse. It's a little slower than I'd like to be going, but we'll see. Anyway, decisions are going to be made, and I don't want to be the one to make them. Maybe if I just like went out for just like 3 miles. Just 3 miles, like slow and easy, and just like take it real casual. No? Y'all, what did I say about Pittsburgh sunsets? Look at that. It is 9:07 p.m. and this is what the sky looks like. Just fucking amazing. Wow, it's so pretty. So pretty. So, it's 9 o'clock. I just realized I didn't do a fitness today. I think when I had originally planned my life, I thought I was going to be running after midnight last night, and so I was just like, that'll be my fitness. It's hot out still. Yeah, I don't know the last time that I checked in, but yesterday did not go according to plan. I started out really humid in the morning. It wasn't too hot, but it was really humid, and then as it got hotter, the humidity calmed down, so that was nice. And there started to be a breeze when the sun came out, but yeah, I blistered and chafed really bad. I'm feeling better now. The good news is my muscles feel fine. Like, and I say good news, but it was good news and also frustrating because I felt like you can't drop out of this race because you have blisters. You know, like it feels like cheating to do that. Hold on. Okay, I just wanted to cross the road. So I'm just going out for like a 15-minute walk. I guess I'll just walk 7 minutes out, 7 minutes back, which won't be very far because I'm not moving too fast. But yeah, basically yesterday, not the race that I imagined I'd be running, I guess. When I signed up for this race, it was supposed to be like a lot of my running friends were going to be there. It was going to be this like big party. Both of my groups of running friends that I go with were going to be there. And in the end, it was just me and Emily and Sean. Sean was doing his own thing, so he wasn't really around us. But we ended up running the first 25 miles together, me and Em. And I hadn't really planned on running with someone else, which, you know, that might have been the thing that got me through mentally. So it might have been the right decision to do that, but I had like envisioned it differently. I don't know if that made a difference or not, but it was nice to have, you know, a friend there to like talk out the struggles and stuff with. I had to switch arms. But the thing was, it was really hot. It was like 88 degrees at the heat of the day. And there was a couple sections of the trail that were like direct sunlight. And I blistered really bad. And I chafed in a couple places. I'm used to chafing. Like, I'm no stranger to chafing. I'm a distance runner. But yeah, that is some of the chafing. That was not bothering me. The underarm stuff was okay, and the boob stuff ended up okay, which I really didn't think it was going to, because that was like the problem early on. But I ended up taping with an ace bandage, and that was fine. So that was good. But it was my feet were blistering, which my feet never blister. I have run exclusively in Vibrams since 2012. And one of the reasons I love them so much is that I never blister in them. In the last few months, I have started blistering a lot on long runs. So I've been like doing some soul searching and deep digging and trying to sort out like, well, what is changing? Like, is it something to do with, did the style of shoe change? Did they make manufacturing changes? Because that happens. Even when you buy the same type of shoe forever. Sorry, I'm like struggling to breathe in this humidity. A lot of my friends run in Brooks, and I know that's been an issue for some of them, that they buy the same thing and then Brooks makes a tweak to that line. So it's not entirely impossible if that's it. But I think one of the big differences is that I've switched to run walk instead of just straight running. Now, for most distance races like marathons or my 50K that I did in 2019, I still did run walk, but I did a 4-to-1 ratio. So I was running 4 minutes and then walking just 1 minute. And I've switched to like an even split. And I think it's the friction from walking in the Vibrams that is making it worse, because when I was running, it felt better. So the thing that didn't feel better with the running was my like chafing in the groin, inner thigh area. That was bad. By the time I realized it was bad, basically it was bad. It was starting to get bad. And I sprayed with my anti-chafe spray, but that really needs to be like, give a chance to dry. And putting shorts back on immediately after, there was not really a chance for it to dry. So when I touched up, my arms were fine, because you can just stand there like this until your arms dry, and then you can go about your life. But with like crotchal region, did you know you were going to hear about crotchal region tonight? I bet you didn't. I guess I could have taken my pants off and just sat there with my pants off for a little bit, but it didn't take. By the time I realized, because it was a 5-mile loop, that it didn't take, I had still like 2 miles to get back to my camp and get my stuff. By the time that I got back, it was past the point of like being able to fix it to continue on. But continue on I did. I put some A&D ointment on it and made a couple wardrobe adjustments, and off I went. And it ended up, my final loop, I found a way that like I could walk that it wasn't making it worse, like a stride, I guess, that was not making it worse. But I think that was making the feet situation worse. And it was just like, I don't know, if I had one more lap to go, I probably would have toughed it out. But knowing that I had at least 10 miles to get to 50, or 22 miles to get to my goal, I don't know. I never got into the right headspace yesterday. I never did. Normally, my plan when I go out for a marathon or an ultra like my 50K, my plan is I take it real easy the first mile or two. I fall in with a pace group if there's a pacer. I fall in with a pace group that's like a minute or two slower per mile than I really want to go as my goal pace till I get warmed up and get the nerves settled down a little bit. So what I did in Richmond and what I did in Tent City both times. Tent City didn't have pacers, Richmond did have pacers. And I've done this for half marathons too, so I did it for Akron. Fall in with the pace group that's at least like 60 to 90 seconds slower per mile than you want to go for the first mile or two until you settle your nerves. And then after that point, fall into your like comfort pace. I call it comfort pace. But for me, comfort pace is like, I could do this all day. I could just run forever at this pace. Like, you just don't look at your watch, get comfortable, see how you feel, and then you can reassess during the race, but that's kind of how I do it. And I didn't do that yesterday. My first race back in person since 2019, since my 50K. So like, maybe I just forgot how it all works, but I didn't structure it like that. And I think that was to my detriment, because I think that was part of why I never mentally got into that comfortable race day situation, and that didn't help. So mistakes were made, things were learned. Yeah, I think also too, you know, part of it was Em and I run really well together, and we run together a lot, and we run distance together a lot, like long distance, like 20-mile training run. We did our 50K training run together. So we run really, really well together, and that always works very well. But we were both running different races yesterday. Like, for her, this was just a training race, her last like long training race before her goal race, which is next month. For me, this was my goal race. So I think that was part of it. Like, we had different goals for the day, and trying to run the two of us together the whole time might have not been like the ideal situation. But as I said, it might have been the right situation, because sometimes during a goal race, I get into my own head, and I'm much better at that now than I used to be. But 2018, I had a really bad goal race, really, really bad. And the lighting is like all over the place here. It was entirely just in my head. So, but my last four big distance races, Tent City Marathon in April of 2019, Hell Hath No Hurry, which was supposed to be a 30K trail race. It ended up being like almost 21 miles. In June of 2019, Richmond Marathon in November of 2019, Buffalo Creek Half Marathon in October. I had 2 major PRs that year. My first marathon, a marathon PR after that, my half marathon PR, and then my first 50K. 2019 was a good year for running for me, and then 2020. So like, I don't know. Anyway, in any case, I was talking to my friend Christy tonight, and she's like, I think it's time to sign up with an official coach. And I was like, I have been talking about this for about a month now with some of the other girls. And yeah, I think it is. Because here are my thoughts going forward. Hitting camera 1 and then camera 2, unless my arms get tired. So anyway, my thoughts are, I think run walk is fine for just having fun, fitness, you know, what I've been doing, but it takes a lot longer. My pace has slowed down a lot. I used to really comfortably run like between an 11 and a 12-minute mile for long runs even. And now I'm running like 14 to 15 minutes. So it's a big difference. Now on trail, 14 to 15 minutes is fine, because trail's a different beast. I can't wait to trail run. I'm so excited about trail running, and I haven't been trail running much because I didn't want to fall and get hurt before Eagle Up, but that's behind me now. So back to the trails I go. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, I want to get back to, hold on, it's not any better. I thought I was gonna get past those trees. Anyway, I want to get back to running straight longer distances again, longer time. I think that'll help the blister situation that happened, because it happened during our marathon in May too, our virtual marathon. And I think the only difference I can think of, like feet wise, like obviously I've gained weight and I've slowed down. Like the only difference I can think of that would affect my feet is the change from running to walking, because your feet rub differently in your shoe running versus walking. And I think more walk breaks are affecting that. So that's my goal. And I'd like to do another race. I'd like to sign up for another 100K in the fall or winter. Can you see me? And I'd like to do some in-person races and like try to work on my speed a little bit. So I sent an email to Coach Sarah, who is the coach that all of my friends use. I felt a little bit weird about doing it for a long time because I was like working kind of informally with a coach, Suzanne, but she doesn't do coaching as like an official thing. So it was like, you know, she would give me my workouts for the week. She would like assign me speed work and then say, have your long run be this many miles. And then she wouldn't really give me much beyond that, which is fine because I wasn't like paying her and I felt like, you know, guilty taking someone's time. She used to volunteer through our old running group, Steel City Roadrunners, as a coach for them. So I didn't feel guilty when I started with her. And then when that kind of like dissolved the coaching situation there, I felt like weird checking in with her all the time and like demanding all this time and effort from her when I couldn't pay her for it. But it's not what she does. She doesn't do it that way. Sarah does. But then I felt weird signing up with Sarah because like same running community, and I didn't want to be like offend somebody accidentally. I don't know. You know, I worry about offending people all the time. So in any case, I talked to Christy tonight. Christy trains with Sarah, and she's like, just send her an email. She's like, it's not gonna be weird. No one's gonna, you want more structure. And that's what I really do. I want someone to be like, hey, you're gonna go out and do this many miles. Like I use training plans online, and I structure training plans in a calendar, as I've talked about before. But I think I'll stick to it better if I have it coming from a coach. Maybe not, but I think it's worth a shot. And the one thing I'm taking from all of this and what happened yesterday is that I feel good that even though I'm disappointed and I'm feeling bummed and I'm going through a lot of self-hate, doing self-hate, anti-self-hate work that I've worked on with Georgia for all these years, despite all of that, my reaction is not like, I'm a failure, I want to stop running. Even with the self-hate, my reaction is, I'm a failure and I want to go out and fucking prove to myself that I'm not. I think that's a better way to be. The fact that like my muscles don't hurt is great, but then it's also like, your muscles don't hurt, why did you quit? Because I was literally bleeding. My skin was bleeding, and I know that's not like, I know, that happens. I get that, but yeah, I don't know. That coupled with the, that coupled with the mental space not being there was just like a perfect storm. So that, and also the fact that like you get a medal for whatever you do. So I was like, well, I'm at 42 miles on my watch, but I've done 50K, so I can still get a medal for that. Made it too easy. I think if I had been at 45 whenever it really got bad, I would have toughed it out for one more. But the fact of like 2 more laps, and nighttime was coming, and I didn't want to be like out, you know, once you got out there, it was a long way to get back. It wasn't like a short mile or mile and a quarter loop, and you had plenty of time to, you know, reassess. It was like, you're gonna go out, you're gonna commit to 5 miles, and I didn't know if that was a good idea because I was really limping. So anyway, this is my long and rambly. Thank you for joining me on my walk tonight, even though you can't see me now. yeah, that's where I am. That's what happened yesterday. And that's my plan going forward. I'm gonna just keep going because running's what I love. And I want to get back to where I love it and I'm not worried about it all the time. And I think working with a coach might be that answer. Y'all, good morning. It's Tuesday morning. I forgot husband has to go into work in the office today. I get the house to myself for like 4 hours. It would be, oh my God, 5 hours, but I have to run errands. I have an appointment at 12:50, so I have to leave the house. But I get 4 hours to myself. I'm so excited. I haven't had the house to myself for 4 hours since the pandemic started. I don't even know what I'm gonna do first. There's so many things that I wanna do. The first thing I'm gonna do is empty the dishwasher and listen to loud music while I do it. So yesterday we found out that the app I've been using since 2009, the website for like tracking my macros and fitness and everything, is closing on August 17th permanently. They're going to wipe everything. Spark People is you can see that, but it's Spark People, and I've been on it since 2009, and I have like, I don't even know. Where's my page? I haven't blogged in here in a while, but like, I used to blog in here pretty regularly. Like, look at this. I have 18 pages of blogs. Yeah, and these are all going to be wiped. So we have until August 17th. And it's going to take a long time to download all this, but I'm going to lose all of those, you know? I have all my pictures in here. Like, I don't think any of them are, you know, they're all pictures I have stored somewhere else, so that's okay. But, yeah, I'm like just really bummed. A lot of people are bummed and very upset about this, and people were sharing their stories about why this was so important to them. And so the other thing that I'm like most worried about is I'm going to talk about calories and things, just FYI. If you don't want to hear this part, just skip ahead. But I have found that I feel better when I'm able to track my macros and make sure that I'm getting the right balance of carbs and protein, especially when I'm training for distance running. And I have a habit, if I'm not paying attention, that I'll just snack on like empty calories. And I really feel better when I'm eating the right amount of protein, which I try to get between 100 and 125 grams of protein a day. So here's what I'm so worried about, right? So this is favorites. Favorites are things that you added that other people shared, like somebody else shared this one and I added it, like somebody shared this one and I added it. But you can also put your own things in here. So like anytime I've cooked anything, like Mom's homemade apple pie recipe, apple crisp that I make from Epicurious, like Betty Crocker chili that I love, like any of these recipes that I've made. I mean, look how many there are. I'm gonna lose all of this. Like, I just don't even know. I mean, this is, you know, over a decade worth of food that I eat, and I eat the same kind of things all the time. So I have decided, after doing some research, if y'all remember, I was doing Weight Watchers, and I really liked Weight Watchers. Like, the food was excellent because the food was like fresh, healthy, filling, made me feel good to eat it, but I wasn't able to track secondary macros. Like, you only got your points. You can't adjust your points, number one, and I thought my points were way too low for as active as I am, especially while I'm, you know, marathon training. And number two, you can't see the breakdown of what those points are. Like, you can't see calories. Calories less important, but you can't see protein and carbs. So I try to keep it around 250 carbs a day while I'm marathon training, more when I'm getting closer to my actual race, and more on days whenever I am doing like a long run. I should clarify that anytime I run 6 or more miles, then I make adjustments. But anyway, yeah, on Weight Watchers you can't see that, so I couldn't tell, like, am I getting enough protein? Like, yeah, I'm like eating healthier, but was I getting enough protein to like really feel good and have better muscle recovery? So after watching some YouTube and doing some research, I think I'm going to try iTrack Bites. This seems to be the most similar to Spark People, and I know I can still use Spark until August, but I'm so worried about losing this bank of things in here where I've done all the calculations. Like, I don't know. It'll be hard for me to just find something. Well, there's a TikTok pasta that should be in here. That'd be a good example. Okay, so the TikTok pasta, I love that. And let me see the nutritional information. So when I make it, I adjusted the recipe. I put in a little bit less olive oil. I use spinach. I don't use the white wine. And I don't think there's anything else that I make differently. But so I have my specific version of it in here, you know? So I have you can look at what's on like the website whenever you use a recipe, but I have my, changes. Cause a lot of times I will like cut back some of the oil or I'll add vegetables. You like this? Husband put this one in. Tomato sauce, an M.A. Scotto recipe. That's his homemade tomato sauce. Oh, that's cute. I didn't realize that was in there. Anyway, so I'm so worried about losing this bank of all these fucking foods, and there's no way to like download them. I don't know what the hell. Like they're just like, I could understand if they're gonna be like, you can't add anything new, but you should still be able to use the old features. Like it just sucks. So I'm gonna use this iTrack Bites. If anybody follows Diva and the Divine, I love her channel. She does this and she talks about it and she seems to have good success with it. And they have this plan this doesn't have, basically this seems to be a combination of like a standard macro tracker like Spark People and also Weight Watchers because it has the points. This plan, this calorie command, doesn't have the points part of it. Well, they call it bites, not points, but same kind of idea. So I'm gonna try this and see. But I wanted to, even though we have 2 more months of Spark People, I wanted to switch to this now so that I can use this as a reference for the next 2 months to build my bank in here. So anyway, that's just, it's sad. And like I'm on a team with my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law. And like I love being on that team and like it's a good, like we're gonna make a Facebook page, I guess, for us to all still communicate after the fact. I mean, those two I like communicate in real life, but the other thing that Spark People's doing is they're going to be only available in the US. And so like our team has people from Australia, we have several people from Canada, somebody from British Columbia up there, like Vancouver area, and they're not gonna be able to do it anymore. It's like, what the fuck? I guess they have moved to a corporate partnership with a bunch of like they're doing like fitness programs with businesses, I guess, which like my company does that, not with Spark, but yeah, so that's the thing now. But that really sucks. And people have been on it even longer than I have, since 2009, so it's just really such a bummer. So we will see how iTrack Bites goes. I think it's going to be the most similar. It's going to be the struggle of building up that bank of foods again. So this is what I'm starting my morning with. Hey everybody, it's Tuesday night. I'm gonna close out the vlog here. It was a rough day. It's a rough day. I'll try to fill in tomorrow. I just don't feel like rehashing it again. It's been not good. But I'm here, still standing. I mean, I'm lying down right now, but doing the best I can, one day at a time. That's all you can do. So I'm gonna close out this week's vlog here. Thank you for following along. I know it was like very, very chatty vlog. Week in the life has come to a close. I had a really good time doing it. I'm excited to work on the scrapbook if I ever get a fucking free moment to myself where I'm not running errands. I mean, is that so much to ask? But anyway, headed to bed now, and I will start tomorrow morning with the new weekly vlog. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're new here. And as always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, especially during this Mercury retrograde. And I will see you in my next video.